The Grand Assembly Hall shimmered with the presence of countless civilizations. Beings of scale and fur, radiant energy forms, and creatures suspended in fluid-filled containment fields filled the vast chamber. At the center stood human envoy Marin Calder, alone on the speaker's dais. Behind her, a projection displayed a dying world. The Lyron people, gentle, unarmed, and technologically modest, were being systematically erased by the Corfax Imperium. Entire cities burned. Evacuation corridors were sealed. Children vanished from the streets. Marin pleaded for intervention. She asked for sanctions. For ceasefires. For restraint instead of extinction. Her words were met with laughter. Commander Crown of the DVAC, his armored frame leaning forward, regarded her with open amusement. Humanity, with its massive fleets and unmatched industrial output, was mocked once again for choosing negotiation over annihilation. The vote was swift. Intervention denied. The Lyron were abandoned. Marin returned to her vessel without a word, carrying a familiar ache. The galaxy, once again, had mistaken human mercy for fragility. On Earth, Grand Admiral Isaac Wren replayed the assembly session from his office overlooking the crimson-gold waters of the Indian Ocean. His aide spoke quietly. "They still don't understand us." Wren's hand rested on a sealed archive marked Aegis, a contingency conceived when humanity first stepped into interstellar space. "They don't," Wren replied softly. "And I once hoped they never would." Across human territory, life flourished. Martian dome cities glowed beneath artificial suns. Families drifted through orbital habitats around Jupiter. And far beyond them all, humanity's greatest endeavor moved steadily toward its destination. The colony ship Pioneer Dawn, 3 kilometers long, carried over 2 million settlers, including nearly 400,000 children. It was bound for Helios 9, a system promising fertile worlds and endless oceans. Captain Lena Rowe watched the planet Helios 9C grow large on the main display. She recorded a message for Earth, smiling as she spoke of forests, coastlines, and children dreaming of alien skies. Humanity would build something beautiful there. Then the signal went silent. At first, the loss of contact was dismissed as a routine delay. Deep space interference was common. But days stretched into weeks. Repeated attempts to reach Pioneer Dawn failed. Concern hardened into dread. When the human cruiser Resolute finally reached Helios 9, Fleet Commander Ralph Keane reviewed the sensor data in silence. His hands trembled as he summoned Earth's leadership. He didn't speak. He played the recording. The colony was gone. From orbit, the settlement appeared arranged in massive geometric formations, circles and lines carved with deliberate intent. Ground teams descended into horror beyond comprehension. Adults had been tortured and displayed like warnings. Children were herded together, forced to witness the deaths of their parents before being executed themselves. The youngest victim was 8 months old. Medical Officer Dr. Hannah Wu collapsed when she reached the children's sector. A single console still functioned among the ruins. The image of a Zelthar warlord appeared, adorned with a necklace made from human bones. He mocked humanity's compassion, calling it weakness, calling humans prey masquerading as predators. "Let this be your lesson," he sneered. "The strong take. The weak serve, or die." The transmission was broadcast unedited across Earth. Every human saw it. For 3 days, the planet was silent. On the 4th day, the unified Earth Assembly convened behind sealed doors. The vote was unanimous. When Chancellor Nyla Avro addressed the Stellar Accord, she was no longer the gentle figure known for decades of pacifism. "For 80 years, she said calmly, we chose mercy. We built schools while others built weapons. You mistook restraint for helplessness." Her gaze hardened. 400,000 of our children were slaughtered. You have taught us that mercy invites extinction. She leaned closer to the camera. That offer has been withdrawn. The Atlas directives were activated. Across human space, shipyards ignited. Mars-based forges roared back to life. Hidden arrays beyond the Kuiper Belt powered up. The Nightfall Armada, concealed for decades, emerged from the shadows. Humanity had never been unprepared. Only unwilling. In the Stellar Accord chamber, the new human envoy Adrian Voller arrived. His polite smile never reached his eyes. "I am not here to request action," he announced. "I am here to inform you." The chamber stilled. In 6 hours, human forces will enter current Dominion space. Planetary neutralization will follow. Chaos erupted. Delegates shouted. Pleaded. Threatened. Adrian waited patiently. "You did nothing when our children were butchered," he said evenly. "We learned from you that mercy is a liability." Then he turned and walked away. 6 hours later, human fleets crossed the border. Curran Prime held 3 billion souls. 12 hours later, it held none. Human ships deployed Hushfield engines, collapsing communications, grounding fleets, silencing entire systems. Tailored bioagents, engineered for a single physiology, were released. Cities remained intact. Power grids continued to hum. But the Curran were gone. On every world, one message repeated endlessly. "Remember Epsilon Tarsus." The Curran War Council launched its fleets in desperation. The engagement lasted 4 minutes. Human weapons folded space itself, erasing armadas before they could fire. The Curran begged for negotiations. "There will be none," Admiral Shao Ren replied. "You murdered our children. This ends with your extinction." The campaign swept through the Dominion. Resistance collapsed. Worlds fell silent one by one. 3 months later, the Armada reached the Curran homeworld. 12 billion lives. A transmission appeared. The Curran regent surrendered unconditionally, begging mercy for the children. Admiral Shao remembered the recordings. "Our children were innocent too," he said quietly. "Commence strike." The Dominion died that day. A handful of survivors fled into the void aboard shattered refugee ships. Humanity did not pursue them. Humanity did not help them. The lesson had been delivered. The galaxy trembled. 2 expansionist empires dismantled their militaries overnight. Others sought protection under human oversight. The Stellar Accord reorganized itself around a single truth. Humanity no longer needed to rule. Their existence was deterrence enough. 5 years passed. A cold, fragile peace settled across the stars. Each year, Admiral Elias Ward visited the Remembrance Gardens on Lisa 9, where 2.3 million stones marked the dead. A young lieutenant once asked if the war had been worth it. Ward stared across the endless rows. "We survived," he said. "But I lost the part of myself that believed everyone could be saved." Former Chancellor Nyla Avero retired, haunted by her decision. When asked if humanity had gone too far, she answered without hesitation. Yes. It was extermination. It was horrifying. And it was necessary. A year later, a new colony vessel, Starlight Dawn 2, launched into the void. This time, warships flanked it like guardians of steel. Along its hull, someone had painted 2 hands reaching through starlight. As the ship prepared to jump, Commander Lucas Hale recorded his log. "We carry hope," he said. "Not innocent hope, but tempered. We extend peace with one hand and steel with the other." The fleet vanished into hyperspace. And the galaxy never again mistook kindness for weakness.